All righty. Let's see what happens here. Take a little bit to get some people in. What else? My mute button down here. There we go. There's that one. And we should be live here. All right. We are live. We are live. Let's talk some cord cutting today, folks. I'm going to try and go weekly on Saturdays at this time. We'll call it cord cutting and coffee. How's that? All right. Oh, cool. Thank you, Cody, man. I see it, and I am going to save that. And sweet. I will get that saved and to watching on YouTube and nobody but me on on Kick, but that's okay. Kick doesn't have its own thing, so let me just snooze that. And Cody, man, I did see your DM, and awesome. And I am going to use that logo. I love it. That is so cool looking, dude. I think I'm going to make that my YouTube logo, if you don't mind. I just got to make me a banner too for YouTube. That one will be easy. And I like that. I'll go with the greenish color. That's a very cool color. Awesome. But all right. Well, thank you for coming. And I know what I need to do. I'm gonna pop that link up. Skulls List, thanks for coming. Nice to see you, Mr. Skulls. And I did get your DMs too. So it was a late night last night. Yeah, it wasn't. I went to bed right after I got off with you guys. So whoops, I need a chance. And I actually want to Brooklyn. Nice to see you. Thank you for coming. I think we're going to do this on Saturdays. And what I might do is make a uncontrolled doctoring. Just a heads up, I'm going to try and do it the organic way. I'm not about buying my views so to grow on Kick. So yeah, I got to get all the groups back in all of that. So, but I will like I said, I'll get a but thank you. Yeah, we're streaming to YouTube and Kick. I want to try and grow the Kick channel at the same time here. Figure it work pretty good. If you guys aren't familiar with Kick, they're kind of like Twitch, almost 90% like Twitch, but no ads. They're ad free. So it's a alternative. I thought about doing Rumble at the same time, but yeah, that one's too political over there. But uncontrolled. If you want to follow me, follow me. You know, we're about cord cutting over here. So you still tired? Yeah, I got a little over about 6 hours. So yeah, it's going to be cool to change that. No, like I said, I didn't want anybody seeing my ugly mug. So we'll here, let me do this. All right. I'll pop that out here in a second. We're going to share the logo. And let me your friend Sin TV, he does Kick. Cool. I'll have to look him up and get him on there. So what I was going to do, I want to copy the link. I want to do that first. Okay. Chat. I'll pop it across to both. And like StreamYards, I will have to see you before I bring you up. So you know. And I am doing some things to there it goes. Should come across both here fairly quick. And then we want to pin it there on that one. And I want to pin it on this one. All right, there we go. And I hope everybody's doing well. Very cool. I follow a few people. I follow this one guy on YouTube, and he's on Kick now. His name's Nutty. He's you want a dude that can do some streaming stuff? Holy shit, this guy's good. So I'm looking at, I'm going to be adding some things to my stream. What I want to do is like create redemption points. We talk, we chat, we do whatever. We talk about pretty much anything we want to talk about. I'd like to do cord cutting. So, okay. That's okay, Brooklyn. Go ahead and rest, my man. I fully get you. And enjoy. Yeah, I know tonight, like tomorrow, I'll be very, I'll be kind of tired. So, but if we did want to talk more about the Google thing, which I think we've kind of hashed out, I did want to get it out to anybody before I say anything, I want to say to the 168 people that were still on JJCordCutters following me or subbed on there. Thank you so much for standing by me. I know I was gone probably a good, 3 years. It was right before COVID. No, right as COVID started, I think I left. So just messing around. I guess Ken stopped trying to get files. He tried to get around close to 3. Oh, yeah. But I'm going to do open panels. So, this way, if you want to come up and we can talk whatever you want to talk, I'm going to kind of let you guys determine what the chat's going to be. So, like I said, I want people coming up on the panel. So this is going to be all about you guys. So hide that for a second. Okay, there we go. Well, I appreciate that. I really do. Like I said, I've kind of missed the cord cutting end of it, and prices are really starting to get high with the streaming stuff. So I definitely want to start looking at some better ways to do things. Once I get it settled in down here, then I might be able to push it to the rest of the house. I was shocked to see 168 people still on there. That was pretty amazing. And I think I went through. Did I go through and subscribe all of them? Let's do this. All right. I know what I was going to do. I was going to share that out real quick. I want to go. Let's see here. We want a window. We want that one. There we go. That is my new logo. The new logo. And I will get that into everything. I'll just keep the personal one on my personal one. I'll keep that with my picture because I don't care about hiding anything. I ain't worried about that in the end. But I do kind of like the restream. What I do like about restream, I could run 4 hours and they don't cut me off. But I think that's all I can run is 4 hours in one stream. So that's nice with the kick stuff. If I could go 4 hours, I doubt I can go 4 hours. It'll be interesting to see what happens. But so today's just kind of about me, getting people to come up, or just me getting to know new people and stuff like that, and chatting with you guys, getting to know you a little bit. If we get anybody, what I should do is look at my go to my channel here on a new tab. There we go. I want to see actually the dashboard. I did gain a couple new subscribers from the fish people. All right. That's not what I needed, which was kind of nice. lifetime. There we go. I went through 2018 was my first subscriber, and that was my streams. Oh, I missed somebody in the process. I'm going through. Sorry, I'm going through my. Okay, got him. Yeah, I subscribed all 168 people. So that should be. What the hell? Looks like I missed some people yesterday. That happens. That's why I'm kind of checking this real quick just to. Yep. Okay. I missed 2 out of 168. Not too bad. There we go. So. No, I think I'm going to keep that one. I'm going to use it for both. Thank you again. I really do appreciate that. The personal Telegram is what I'm going to keep the picture of me. But for the group, I'm going to use that, the one you made. And I thank you again, Cody, man. I will give you some kudos to it. I'm not good with the graphic stuff, so I got to learn to screenshot to make some thumbnails, I think, for the YouTube stuff, which is pretty easy to do. But I'm loving that logo. I'm loving the coloring and everything. I got to go get Dab's stuff and yeah, like I said, I love it. The MS7 one is funny. Sharon sent me the link to it, but some rose showed up, but there we go. And Cody, man, can you show me you real quick? There we go. All right. Thank you. There you go. All right.
What's up, man?
What's up? Thank you again for the logo. I really like it.
Yeah. Hey, I'll make you a YouTube logo. You just use that one for your Telegram group, and I'll make you a better one for your YouTube channel.
Oh, okay. Well, I like the coloring and everything, so
yeah, I'll use the same color and everything for your YouTube channel.
Cool.
Yeah, I'll send it to you later. I'll work a little bit better for that one.
All right. Oh, you told him I was on? Cool. Not a fan of bots. Yeah, I'm not either, but I could technically, I have enough people I could go subscriber mode on there, but I use the only bots I use right now is Stream Elements. But like Streamer Bot's a pretty cool thing. It's I could do point redemptions and stuff like that, so the more everybody's talking and stuff in the chat, they gain points. They can, I'm going to make it so like they could change the cameras and and stuff like that.
It looks good in the background, man.
Yeah. So
your whole setup. What you're using Restream? I never heard of this.
Yeah, they're kind of like StreamYard's, a little cheaper. They're only about $190 a year. I think Ken said he paid $44 for the month for StreamYard. I mean, they raised their prices so bad. It's crazy. There's another one called Actually, there's a way, but I don't have a way to have guests if I use it. It's Meld Studio, which is a Windows operating like live streaming tool.
Yeah.
It has a bunch of stuff in it. And eventually what they're going to do is put a video editor in with it, and that's going to be their paid subscription is the video
Okay.
editor. So the live streaming stuff will always be free, which is kind of cool. But
Well,
they don't
how,
they don't
how much do you pay for how much do you pay for this restream?
it's but I believe I don't pay for it. I'm using their free one right now. But they, like I was saying, they don't have a restriction on hours, but you can only, I think it's, you can only live stream for up to 4 hours.
Well, listen, I can help you out with this. You know, maybe one day I'll sit down with you and uh teach you how to use OBS Studio and
That's what I'm using.
yeah, there's a thing called VOD Ninja.
Yeah, Video Ninja. Yep.
Yeah, and you can actually with VOD Ninja
Have guest up
you,
with that way. Yeah, I
you
was
can
doing
have
that
guests.
over on on the other channel for a while, and then we had some issues. But I'm actually, yeah, the Video Ninja is pretty cool. I've used it before. So they charge 16 a month. They give you up to 3 channels, no watermark, and unlimited cloud recordings.
Oh, that's not bad.
16 a month, yeah, which is what I think StreamYards used to be. But they got bought out. StreamYards got bought out. So, and there's another one called Streamlabs. It's kind of
Yeah.
like OBS. They have their own Streamlabs. Can't remember if I can find the here. There. Okay, I don't want the desktop. I want the.
How many people can you add on your screen with this one?
Right
How
now,
many?
let me look at their pricing again on here. Get started for free. I want to get the full. Oh, I'm already doing that. Duh. Go back to that. Well, what the hell's with that? Let's see here. Pricing plans. Wanted to compare. They used to have a thing for compare. I think it's 6 on here. Oh, here we go. So right now I can have the free plan is 2 channels. Where the hell are you? You only get 720 HD when you're going. Background music. Video slots, 1 15-minute duration event, which is not just that. Where the hell? It's not showing that. I can have 1 person on a team, and then I think it was 6 on screen.
Oh, okay.
The paid version gives you 10 on screen and only 720 still. So it's, I mean, it's not bad. It's not horrible, but the other one that Streamlabs has is called where's the product? Talk Studio. There we go. And they say you can go live. It used to be called Melon.
Okay.
And I want to, there we go, plans. So just for them, like the free for them is you get the watermark thing, 4-hour streaming and recording limit. You only get to stream 1 destination and have 1 guest. But I can have 1 co-host too. So it's, that's like, I think that's separate from the team or the having the guest up. like right now I can accept tips and all that through Stream Elements. So, but for them, their pricing for where the hell's is $9 a month for their standard plan, and then that one only gives you 720 watermark, but you lose the watermark. Or sorry, you get 720, no watermark, unlimited streaming, 3 destinations, up to 5 guests. Which the problem is when you get up into 10, like we had last night, it's hard to we talk over each other. So
Right.
5 might be like a good place, but it's when you're trying to have as many people up and fun, you want to be as that video ninja is nice. So long as everybody's got good internet, that's all that matters there. Recordings up to they got that Talk Studio's got a good plan, and that's only yearly. It's $90 a year. So where the other one, see, I wonder if it shows me per year. Oh, that's at annual license price. Yeah, so it's $19 a month if you do the. So it's $190 a year. So
okay,
$16 a month. Yeah, so that's pretty.
Not bad. That's better than StreamYard.
Yeah, that's better than StreamYard, but the Talk Studio is actually only $90 a year. But again, you only get 720. Me, I would rather use Video Ninja and be able to stream through. There's a thing called. I could show you this. This is pretty cool. Let me get it pulled up here. Go into my tools, live streaming platforms. It's called Multi by Meld. And basically you set up all your here, I'll bring it on. Let me share it now. It's pretty cool. It doesn't have any, it's not real fancy, but you set it up in OBS Studio. And you set it up with the custom stream URL and key, and you can stream, multi-stream through them with one going in. You could go a custom RTMPs, Twitch, Trovo, YouTube, Kick, Facebook, Mimo TV, and Rumble is what they support. So basically all the big ones. So let me get over here to share. And I want the multi by meld. There we go.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, so you put in your RTMP here, and then you set up. Let me try to make this big. Whoop. There we go. Oh, nope, that's not what I wanted. I'm still trying to learn. Here we go. There we go. That's about as good as it's going to get. Nope. Yeah, I had it the right way.
You had it right there.
There we go. So it so like right over. Oh, get on that page right here, so you can see my cursor right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you set up all your different ones here. And so like I'll go Twitch, and then there's right here, you tell it to auto start. But if you just wanted to go in and start them all individually, like something individually, so you can go live to start, and then hit that. You go live through OBS, and then you just hit these. But the problem is you got to put in your individual stream keys each time.
Right.
But you could have as many. See, I'm putting them in. You basically, you can go as many on there as you want, and they got. Oh, I didn't see the advanced options. Oh, that's if you want it. It's a disconnection thing. So,
right.
But yeah, it's pretty cool, and I think they're going to be adding to this as they go.
Right. That looks cool.
Yeah. I found that through them, but I was going to set it up, but I haven't done it. And I was going to use Meld for just my instead of OBS, but I might just stay, maybe I'll just do all the fish stuff on OBS or on Meld and do the OBS here.
Right.
For the
try out whichever one works best.
Yeah, I like Well, I like that meld. I was using it before I had popped Linux onto this computer, and then um, but then went away from it. So
Right.
right, and Lena 557. Hello, my headphones aren't working right now. Can you chat instead? By the way, what game do you stream most? I do not play any games, Lena. I'm not really a gamer. Um, my wife tends to do that if anybody play games, but so sorry I can't. Anybody else in the chat want to put what games you play into the chat for Lena? Replay me. Okay.
I play games, but I play so I play PC games too, but I'm getting more into like retro like a lot with Launchbox and Big Box. For everyone that's in the chat, you guys, they're having this big sale right now for Launchbox, you guys. So if you guys don't know what it is, it's basically a front end for a retro, I guess. You know, you can add PC, there's PC games to it too. But it's like a front end for gaming. So it shows, shows your titles and all descriptions of the games and pictures and videos. It's just the front end of what the behind the games itself. So, but it's very, 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 very nice. You have to pay one time fee to have it, to
Okay.
use it, really till it's all its futures. But it's very much worth it, and it does the trick, you guys. It works very well, very, very well. So I'll be dropping a video or two in your group, JJ, if that's all right
Oh yeah, I'm gonna make
about it.
that's what the content area is for now. For people that are going live, or maybe I'll make a community live area. For that, and
Yeah.
and then separate from content. So
So if you got somebody in your Telegram group and they what you could do is would it be helpful um if you make different categories, like if you separate them, like put like one for streaming, put like one for gaming, then people can go over there and look at different ones and different things, so they don't have to fish through the whole thing at one time. So, but that's up to you, whatever you want to do.
yeah, I'll make a community live areas that people can drop their links to themselves to it. There we go. We'll put that on here so she can see the. All right, Steve, thank you for coming. Nice to see you.
Hey, Steve.
Do I have Steve on my? Come on over here. I love having this dual monitor. Make sure I'm subscribed to Steve. I am not, but I am now. All right, Steve, thanks for coming. And I subscribed you, so hopefully you'll subscribe back. And Skull says he on demand should jump in. I already have an Android and a PC. Yeah, I don't, like I said, I don't even game on my phone or anything like that. So I bought a gaming PC just to strictly have better rendering when I make a video.
Right, it works. It helps.
Yeah.
It helps out a whole lot, because there's a lot of things like, and then like also is your graphics card, is it a NVIDIA?
Yes.
Now I'm gonna fill you in on something that's real neat, and it's free. Um, there is a program called that's affiliated with NVIDIA. It's for free. It's called NVIDIA. Broadcaster.
I've seen
Um,
that. That's cool.
and
It is a
and
good cool one.
it allows you to manipulate your camera, your audio, and everything. So like if you wanted to put like a green screen in the background, it
Yeah.
allows you to do that. And it, dude, it looks awesome. You know what I mean? It works real good, especially with, you know, with these high end PCs. The more high end the PC is, the more better it works. So it's, you know, that's a good option, you know, for people out there that, you know, that can't afford, you know, to buy a green screen or don't have the room for it. NVIDIA Broadcaster, you know, it's, you can look it up on, you know, Google search it, and it is, you know, it is free, and
Yeah.
it's a nice little tool to use.
You know what? I need to add that to my list. I had it on. I made a list of stuff I need because I'm about using open source stuff.
Yeah.
That's why I was kind of gonna maybe do this via Linux, but I decided to go back to Windows since the computer handles Windows 11, um, and then just customize it a little bit to what I need and just uninstall what I don't want.
Right.
And just keep like certain apps, you know, like I'll keep OneDrive just to keep a backup of my radio stuff, you know.
Right.
So I need to add that though. And I'm going to use this fantastic pen that Layla gave me for
Oh,
Father's
that's
Day.
nice.
Yeah, she's upstairs just flirting around. I should have her come down to say hi to everybody because it's been. No, we're talking about anything we want. Cord cutting, as long as we just stay away from politics. That's all I ask, because that just leads to fights. So, um, would that bring up? I'm missing something. Okay, you have my. Actually, you can adjust the volume on, if I remember, on that broadcaster app. I believe you might be able to. Like, what I would do is get like one of those small hubs that plugs in, Skullless, and then buy like a USB camera and a USB microphone. You know, this mic that I'm using here that you see in front of me. I think I paid $20 for the thing. And then OBS, I can do it. It's called a pseudo tack. It was a Chinese mic. And I have another mic over there that's gold. It's, you know, but it's, you know, I mean, I don't have a lot of expensive equipment. My most expensive thing for my streaming stuff is my for live streaming is the computer. So okay, that NVIDIA broadcasting thing. I believe you can adjust your voice if I remember correct. I've only played with it for a little bit, but what I liked was the eye feature.
Yeah, you can do. There's a lot of things that with the audio and with the video perspective on it that you can change, like the background. If you want to replace it with a background,
Yeah.
or if you want to, you know, if you want to dim out the corners of, you know, your screen. Um, there's a whole lot of things. You know, you'll just have to download it and play with it.
Yeah.
You know, it's very fun to use, and it's free. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yep. Matter of fact, you know what? I don't think I installed the drivers on my. I was rushing to get going this week, so
Yeah.
so that I could live stream on Friday morning. So I was kind of like, and then broadcast, yep, the video. Yeah, and I can run that. I got to figure out how to add it to OBS. So that's what I think the one thing I
Well,
didn't
see,
know.
the thing is with NVIDIA broadcaster, um, you don't really, all you have to do to add it to OBS Studio, when you go to where your camera is, Instead of using your output for your just your regular camera, you would hit the down switch and you'll see where it'll say NVIDIA Broadcaster.
Okay.
And you choose that option, and that will use NVIDIA Broadcaster as your camera and your audio. So you can actually and just control, everything from there if you wanted to. You can set everything up, you can set your volume up, you can set your screen up, your background, whatever you want to use. And it's nice. I use it for everything that I got. I use it when I'm doing, my review or my Cody builds. Um, it's just a to me like the green screen on it is just like phenomenal, especially if you have the good lighting, because the light is very important.
Right.
Um, because it depends on that light too. So if you have a good light behind it, that helps out a whole lot. But it actually it's perfect, man. And to me, like, people go out, you don't want to have all that space inside your room and take all that space up to use just for a green screen. So
Right.
this basically is just, it takes the place of that, and it allows you to do a whole lot more other things, like, changing your volume to different things and adjusting that. So you'll have to go check it out. It's a very good, nice application for streaming. It's very, very nice.
Cool. Yeah, I will check into it. So, all right. And Brooklyn said he's still here, but he's just laying down. Yeah, I'm.
Yeah, he's probably tired from last night, man.
Yeah,
And
how much?
the past few nights.
Ken was up till what I think Skull said that you guys were up till 3 doing stuff. Did I mute something? No. Okay. And so, okay, well, if you have that already, then so. Oh, yeah, that's. Oh, error. I don't know that error. Let me. I'm going to copy this. No, I'm not going to ask Copilot. Oh, there's a YouTube video on that. Try resetting the software distribution folder before carrying out this procedure. Disconnect from the internet. Okay, so before carrying out the procedure, disconnect from the internet. That means turning off the Wi-Fi and disconnecting from a wired connection. If you don't, Windows 10 will indicate some files are in use and cannot be modified, or the command will be non-responsive. Also, you should restart your computer after disconnecting from the internet. The easiest way to do it is to enable airplane mode from the Action Center. Windows key plus A. Stop the bits. MSI installer. Okay, they give commands to put in. Somebody else said, try restarting the computer normally, then run the Windows Update troubleshooter. If that doesn't work, try resetting Windows Update. And then there's a link on how to go to, because I don't know, it doesn't even tell me what the error is. Are you trying to do it through a oh, sorry, did I knock you off?
No,
Okay.
my wife had called me, so
Oh,
yeah. So I had to jump off real quick and
okay.
let her know I was live
Um,
with you for a little bit here and there.
so
I can hardly even hear you. I don't
me
think it's my volume on my phone. Let me see.
check out.
Yeah, I got my volume all the way up.
Okay. I just tried listening on YouTube to here, let me switch to Kick. Me turn it up a little bit and see. Is that better?
You know what? I got an answer for Steve. Steve, maybe if you try using there's I don't know if you ever tried it, but Steve, there's an option. It's called Windows Light, and it works very nice, and it's very super light, and it works very fast without everything not being on there. But the bad part about it is it won't install um all your drivers right away. So you have to do the fish mode for your drivers. You have to know where your drivers are. You have to know where to go get them and put them back in there. If you can do that, Windows 11 Lite is perfect. It'll make your computer run a whole lot faster. Because the thing is with Windows 11, and I'll speak on Windows 10 in a minute. But what the thing is with Windows 11, they put so much bloatware on top of the operating system itself, so it wears it down. It kind of like drags, and there's things that run in the background that if you not knowing what's in the background, there's a whole lot of things that run in the background that you may not even know that is back there. So and also, there's an application called System Mechanics. Okay, I use this very often. I'm subscribed to them. I paid for it for a whole year. Um, it's a very good tool. It optimizes your RAM. It optimizes it cleans the space off of your drives. It analyzes them. It works with them, and it cleans the junk off of your internet, off of your computer, and basically puts everything back, to where it needs to be, you know, uh, in good standards to make it run a whole lot faster. So, if you've never looked at it, I believe I do have a video. I did a review on it not too long ago, but if you maybe if you do some research on system mechanics, it's very not that very expensive and is very much worth it, to get.
Skulls, you sounded good last night, so maybe don't mess with the mic and see what happens. I think I probably need to pull myself get closer again too. I was pulled back a little bit because I had my keyboards right here, and then I got use my other pull out for other stuff there. I'm probably better now. Chocolate, he does a good job, yes, and that's the other thing I was going to ask Steve is is your computer compatible? If not, there's a way. The way I install Windows on my other computer is I use um, they're called auto unintended answer files, and what you do is you go through and you make this list, and then you download it's an XML file, and you make a USB flash of like a little one like this, and then you put in, and I would use 23 H2, not the 24 H2, because the 24 H2 needs drivers for your LAN, and you got to pop those in on the fly, which is kind of, like I have them on. I have some on my. If I used that when I do it, and then I do an in-place upgrade of 24 H2, but I make this on Rufus. And then what I do is I tell Rufus not to do, I don't tell Rufus to do any, I uncheck all the boxes and make sure that the account for the local account's cleared off. And then I flip over the unanswered files. This, like, literally, I have a whole bunch of stuff pulled off, I have everything pulled off. Like I have it normally I have it strip it down. On this computer here, my gaming computer, it tends to default to the one that it came with. So, because that's what Cyber PC does. So to get Pro, I have to put my a Pro key in. But other than that, it's like if you're running home, just make an unanswered attended files to strip all the bloatware out. But it's nice because it's, I got a link to a website. If you want it, I can put it in there. But a multi-boot drive portable later on. Yeah. That's good if you're going to be doing like Linux and stuff. Having multiple drives that you can do a multi-boot on that. You don't want to ever do a boot. Whoops, sorry. Together, in the same drive, because it's Linux can tear, or Windows can tear up a boot grub real fast. Yeah, but like I said, last night you were good, Skulls. So, all right. Hopefully we got their questions answered. Okay, there we go. Back to that. Yeah.
And also, you with Steve, another thing you can do is if you plan on using like Windows Lite, on in the future, and if you plan on using it very very often, which you're gonna like it, because you'll figure out that it's gonna run a lot faster. Um, Maybe take like when you find your drivers, take them and save them to a flash drive, and stick that in the corner and put it away. So if you ever run across any problems ever again, you don't have to go fishing for your drivers again. You'll have them on your thumb drive. You can just stick that on there, and you'll be good to go. You won't have to go looking for them all over again.
Right. Yeah, Windows 10 with it coming in the end of life.
The thing is though, Windows 10 still works, very, very well. And but I hear that there's a lot of they're going to stop, pushing updates to Windows 10 eventually. If they haven't already done so.
They're still on 22H2, so they haven't done anything. I think they've done some security updates, but they'll probably only push. They usually only tend to push for about a month after end of life, and then they just pull the server. So
Yeah.
and you're on your own. So, all right, later, BK. Thank you
All
for
right.
coming.
See you later, Brooklyn.
And it was. Thank you. I appreciate that, sir. All right. And I know I can put the chat up in the side like this if I wanted to.
I see that. That's nice.
Yeah, but that was like Lena, she when she was over, I don't know if she's still there or not, but that's why I put the chat up, because she said her headphones weren't working. But I know I can do that through that Video Ninja. They have a thing called Social Stream Ninja.
Yeah.
And then it like gives you a chat in OBS, and I can highlight the chats that way.
Right.
Or I can put that dashboard right in the stream itself too, if I wanted to, so that people can see the chat like this. But the problem is then it limits, kind of like here would be people on top, bottom, So if I have multiple guests, I guess I just would have to do a something special, where that's not there. But I'm literally watching my streams. I kind of glance over and make sure that everything's still looking good. And
yeah, it looks nice like this. I kind of like this, this little setup from Restream. It looks nice.
yeah, and I can change like that background that's going. They got some. That's one of their stock backgrounds. To like I could change it to. Oh, come on, there it goes. There it goes. That one, and they got some non-videoed ones too.
I'm sure you can add your own too.
Yeah, you have to pay for that though. Let's see, what's this overlay? Oh, they got a breaking news overlay. Let's see what's this one. Don't need glasses. Mic check. Oh no, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, be right back.
Yeah, I didn't know they had that. Oh, thank you for what? Oh, that's kind of cool.
That's nice. They add little things in there for you.
Yeah. Oh, stand with the screen. Yeah. What's this? Oh, yeah, you got to upgrade to add your own. But like to take their logo out, you got to pay extra. So
right.
Let's see, what's this one here? That's kind of a nice dark background.
I usually just stick with I usually stick with OBS. I have very good success with OBS Studio.
Yeah.
And
well, now that I know that Video Ninja, I didn't know how many people around here played with that. So
yeah, I used it a couple times and tested it out, and it works very super well. It's nice, especially when you want to have total control over your guest. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Because there could be some times where when you're using like something new like this, like Restream or StreamYard or something, and you want to have to get to it really really fast. Well, with the Video Ninja, you can just you can it's a lot of things like you don't have to bring a person into the picture to OBS Studio. until you actually absolutely see them in the background. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
you before you even add them. So it's very, very nice.
Yeah, you see their picture before on that video
Yeah,
there
you see it.
before
You see it on the Video Ninja.
right. The only thing I think I need to do is like find some like border stuff, you know, to make like a separate scene where I just have guests, you know,
Right.
and then
That's how I got mine set up. I got different scenes. Um,
for the amount of
I
guests
I,
you have on.
I went to uh there's different places where you can get uh stuff for different scenes,
Yeah,
like that'll say thank you for watching,
yeah.
or
Owned is a real good one. Owned 3 or
yeah.
whatever
So
because
there's different places you can get those.
they do free. I think Owned is the one that does. They're free. They got a pro plan if you want to buy it, but most people you can do the free. There's no watermarks on it, and a lot of TV studios use them. Apparently, they
Yeah.
design all the stuff for the TV says, "Hey, we need this, we want this overlay," and they design their overlay for them. So
Yeah, I have mine's professionally done too, but it's real nice. It's real nice.
yeah, like I said, I got to do some playing around. I think what I'm going to do is like use that logo you gave me, or the one for YouTube that you're doing on me. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to put that in the watermark
Yeah.
for there.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do you another one for your YouTube channel,
Okay,
and I'll send it to you later on.
sounds good. But, all right, how long we been going here? Well, been over a little over an hour.
It's a nice little live show to get you started,
Yeah,
just so people can see your back. You know what I mean, and they can see you in the group, and they can say, "Oh, wow, that's an extra channel I can go to."
yeah,
It's
yeah,
always nice for everybody to have an extra channel to depend on.
yeah. I know it's going to take some time to get things going again.
Yeah, it'll take some time, but we'll help you get up there.
Yeah. Well, I know you guys will. I never doubted that at all.
Yeah,
It's the one thing I enjoyed the most is that it's not so cutthroat, and even with the fish stuff, it's like it's crazy because there's so many of us streaming at one time that it's like, oh my god, there's no room, to you people have to they have to stream over each other because there's just no room to if you're looking for a slot to fit in, it just doesn't happen. So like I didn't know if there was somebody was scheduled to go or not, to be honest with you.
right.
I mean, I try to be courteous and not go over other people, but
I don't think anybody's gonna care.
yeah,
You're doing your own thing. You know what I mean?
yeah. But I gotta I'm still doing some searching. I've had Todd, from the butcher for quite a while. I have him and Shannon on Facebook, and so
And the good thing is you can post it, and I'm sure you can. You can post your Telegram group in his group too, and you get and you can have some people there follow you. So also,
yeah, yeah. I think he has a special. Well, if he's using the groups like that, I may make that a self promote. I'm thinking about making a self promotion topic like that too, where hey, I got this, new Telegram going, new Discord, or if somebody has different things. I thought about trying to get another Discord going, so for that, but I got to build it first. Yeah, that MS7 one, that was weird. She sent me the link, and I went to it, the Rose bot. came up and said thanks for joining, but I don't see any messages in it. Oh. Welcome, Brooklyn. He's in my group. Go. But that's like the funny thing is I made like an advanced like channel like or announcement channel like everything I've been making in the Telegram groups. The nice thing is it's quick, you know.
Yeah.
And then I just
It'll take some time to get it where you want it.
yeah, I just pin it right where I pin the stuff that I need like for me up to the top and just let the topics do
Right.
their scroll up and down and stuff as they get used. I think that's how you had yours set up, right? With like
Yeah, I have mine set up in like, all different kinds of categories. I have like, Cody in one spot. I got sports in another spot. I got gaming in another spot. And I got, some of my categories. I got multiple gaming, different categories where people can go to. And then I have, one I put video reviews like, it's for, basically for, streaming or whatever, you know what I mean? So people can go in there and fish through there, if they see, something that was live or they see something out a video that was put out, they can check that out too. So yeah, categories always help and it's more easier for people in your group because a lot of people, if they see more categories and more things that they can, work with, then they're like, yeah, this is good because I can, some people are not, gamers and some people are just streamers. So you make a section for just streamers and then, they'll go to that certain topic all the time. So
right. Tighten that up after I get done. I bump my mic. I was trying to find a nice icon for that. I'm typing in community lives right now. Actually, I think we're gonna go with that one. Oh, those got to be paid for to unlock. What the hell? Actually, I'll just leave. Oops.
and then if you want, like every time, because what I normally do is when I first wake up, I just, I go in my groups. I have three groups. I have a Telegram group, I have a Facebook group, and I have a Discord group. So what I usually do is, the first thing I do is I get up in the morning and, I go in and say good morning to everybody, and I'm very, I mean, I don't know about you, but I'm religious. I like, the thing about, about prayers for God and everything. So I normally put, a script in there for everybody to read. I know a lot of people is different about that, but for the ones that do like it, I usually put one in there every day for somebody to read. And that's when I start, throughout the day, I feed, all my groups. I feed them, the content.
Right.
So if you want, I can, as I'm feeding mine, I can also feed yours.
Yeah. Well, that's what I made the community content for. So it's for whatever you guys are going to post for that.
Yeah. That'll help you out a little bit here. What's up, Tony?
I'll be right over there in a second. All right. So
Good to see you. Thank you for joining.
Cool. Yeah, so I got community content, general chit chat, and then a community lives, so people can post their lives. And if I'll just write down if anything if I need. Tony, nice to see you. Thank you for coming. He's on the YouTube side. I'm probably the only one on Kick. They don't have an algorithm over there, so. But what I do like about them is that it's basically ad free. They don't have ads at all. But they're funded by a casino.
Oh, okay.
Gambling company or whatever. But so they thank you for streaming. Well, thank you for coming. Let's see here. I don't think if you go to your channel here real quick. Oh, no, you're not subscribed to me. Cool. And we just talk about anything here, but we're mainly cord cutting. But like I said, I'm pretty easygoing. As long as we don't talk politics and yell at each other, that's the only thing I ask for. Who knows? One night or a day, whenever I'm on, you never know. Some people might say, "Hey, let's talk some politics." Oh, I missed Steve's comment about he has Windows and Ubuntu as a dual boot. I have never used Ubuntu in Linux. I've only used Linux Mint, Arch. Sorry, Arco Linux. I use this one called Blend OS. What I do like overall is the like on this older computer, the one I used to stream on, I actually have on there a Fedora Onyx, which is a mutable distro. It's nice is because I don't have, they do the update in the background. I put all my stuff on top of that other stuff. And if it doesn't, like if I go to do an update after putting a command, unfortunately you have to use terminal for that part, but I'm okay with that, once in a while. I do like doing a lot of beginner distros because I've only been doing it a little off and on for a couple of years. I even have a channel for it called John's Linux Bites. I should probably put all my other channels inside my YouTube one, like I did on.
I got a couple good videos that I did on Linux, and I plan on doing some more talking about Linux a little bit more.
Yeah, I think it's slowly becoming more and more a usable desktop.
Yes,
for the beginner. If people realize how much time you spend in a terminal, there's a lot of people that spend time in a terminal on Windows. So you're really doing nothing no different when you have to use that. It's just a little more complicated than say Windows terminal, because you can copy and paste, but you should never really copy and paste on either side. But I think I like Linux, I truly thought about doing everything on this end of it that way, but I was like, Cool.
He said, I would like to do a live stream with me, you, and Cody, man. Okay, Brooklyn. Hey, that sounds, man. Hey, Brooklyn, man. That sounds awesome, man. I very much love that, man. You just name the date, you just name the time, and we'll get together and we'll put this to the work. You know what I mean? Everybody get everybody in here and in the channel and let them, join, and we just go at it. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's some good stuff right there. I would love to see that happen. Yeah, there's a my favorite operating system for Linux is Linux Mint.
Yep.
It's very, very universal. It's very, very easy to use. And it's, they do have it's free, you know what I mean?
Yep.
So
Open source.
and it looks similar, for the people that like Windows, it looks similar to Windows, and is and it and it's almost easy to use, like a normal person that would be trying to use Linux Mint would be like, wow, this is just almost like using like Windows. You would never be able to tell the difference. And um they do have a store, you know what I mean, in Linux Mint,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of different applications in there that you can fish around, that you can use. And there's different ways, you guys, that you can take Windows applications and run them in the background on Linux operating system, period, point blank. So a lot of people don't know that, and a lot of people haven't been introduced to Linux like that. So my thing is, I like to show everybody options that they can take, to have something different, that is a totally different operating system that's free to use, very, very secure. You guys, Linux is the most securest operating system that I've ever ran across. You want to talk about bloatware and virus? Those are gone. You very, very seldom do you ever see viruses run across Linux Mint, unless ran across something really bad. But the bloatware, you guys, in Linux, is gone. You know what I mean? And I like the way they make that, so it's easier for you guys to use. Like Windows has a lot of bloatware. So, but
Yeah.
Linux doesn't have that.
I mean,
So
Linux,
that's
it does in its own way, because I mean, they still put the same things on. They put an office program on, a calculator, stuff like that, but it's not as abundant with like a gazillion hundreds of, different, apps. So,
yeah. But the good thing, they do put a lot of applications on top of Linux, but it's not like you don't you I mean, if you check the progress, of everything running in the background, vice versa to Linux,
it's not
vice
running in the
versa to
background.
Windows, there's a lot of things that are very not holding up a lot of your CPU or your memory. You know what I mean? So that's the most important thing. You know what I mean? When you're using Linux, it's not taking up a lot of your CPU. It's not taking up a lot of your memory,
Right.
and it's just
Compared
very,
to
very
Windows.
stable.
Yeah. Compared to Windows, it doesn't. So, oh man, I'm starting to getting some people joining.
Yeah, I shared it everywhere.
Yeah, Steve, I do like Linux. But like I said, I was gonna just run on Windows on this stuff here, just because it's a little. I think it's a little more easier for me. I see lots of people doing content creation, with it, and so it can be done. But I just don't. Like I said, I like with the Windows, I know what I'm doing, or I expect, kind of what to expect, and I just strip out what I don't want.
And you know what I tell people? If you don't want to get rid of your Windows, period, point blank, you don't want to delete it out of there. When you install Linux, like Linux Mint, it gives you that option. I'm sure other Linux distributors, do the same thing. But it'll ask you during the installation if you want to run this
Yeah.
beside Windows. So, and it gives you that option. So basically, you can run Windows and Linux, and when you boot up, you can pick which one you want to use. So, and you guys, Linux is a very small size. It's not very, very big, and it doesn't take up a whole lot of space. So, for you just to tinker around and to play around with it, it's very, very nice to use like that.
Yeah. The only thing about dual booting like that way, I kind of mentioned that earlier, is that Windows, like on an update, it can screw up the bootloader of Linux pretty damn easy. So I would, like if I'm gonna go Linux, I'm gonna go full flat out Linux. And yes, you're right, Skulls. The anti-cheat on it though is something crazy, but they're getting better with that every day. So, like I was saying, I know On Demand was very adamant that the Steam thing is, that's the Steam is what's is making it better on Linux in general because of Valve. So, but yeah, like you said, I love Linux Mint. It's one of my favorites. It's easy to run. You just can't beat it when it comes to ease of use. So, um, okay, we want to do it on my channel. Okay, so let's. Are you going to be out of town traveling next weekend? We can plan Saturday afternoon, as long as I don't have to work. I'm hoping to make this a Saturday thing for me, to where if anybody wants to come up, they can. All righty. What else do we got today? I got six people, and apparently it says there's 2 over there on Kick. I could go months or even a year before anybody ever finds me over there, except for the people that are trying to scam me into doing the um, buying viewers thing. That ain't happening. That Kick is actually pretty nice. All right. Did I miss somebody else in the
Hey
process?
JJ, I'm gonna get off here, man.
Okay. Sounds good.
It's been
And
good getting on here live with you. I'll catch up with you later, man.
okay. And
I'll
thank you
send you
for.
that second icon for your YouTube channel
Okay. Sounds good.
later on.
Sounds good, my friend. And thank you very much for doing it. I appreciate it. So
Hey, no problem, man.
make sure I didn't miss anybody else here. Oh, I think I forgot to make the bot creative dashboard for Stream Elements over here at but the Kick will build up all in time. I'm fine with it taking time. Studio. VODs, clips, community, sites. There's a chat. Moderate. I gotta learn how to figure it out. Display. Oh, don't want to ban, but I want to. I know there's a way to read that. There's supposed to be a way I can make. But like I said, I have a whole intention of doing some nice things on here. I'll just get back to what I was doing here. Oh, it does. It takes a long time over there. So, like I said, they have no algorithm like YouTube does. So that's kind of why I'm doing the YouTube thing. And what I'll do for now is I'll just continue to use Restream and I was just trying to see if I could find something to find a way to because my stream element things are not grow my community even more, hang with my community. Yeah, it looks like I got some other things to do. Studio, channel, chat. I thought there was a way. Oh, I don't want to do that. Don't want to ban roles. There we go. That's funny. We were just talking bad about Windows. Bear with me, folks. I shouldn't be doing this way, but I'm not ignoring you. I'm just something I probably forgot to do. And all right, there we go. So I want the stream elements. Okay, that's what it was. I need the stream. I'm thinking that's the right one. All right, there we go. I found it. There we go. Now my messages should start to come across there eventually, like they have been on YouTube. That's what I was hoping to do. But BK, we can, if you're not going to be out of town next Saturday, because I would like to at least at minimum make this a Saturday thing, weekly for sure, Saturday thing. But if you're going to be out of town, then, because I know you're doing some traveling now. So, but I'm going to start trying to get some more news things to talk about. I'm following Cord Cutter News, and I'll let him feed me things to possibly talk about. I'm going to eventually get this to be, I say get it, we'll get her up and get her going. But like I said, we're going to get things back to normal again and have some fun and in the process. I definitely enjoyed today's stream. I think what I'm going to probably do is call it here. It's an hour and a half in. So I will, we'll call it this stream for the end. And thank you all for coming. I truly appreciate it. For my first stream back, it was definitely better than I expected. And we'll get things going again and good. Like I said, more consistent. And I'm going to try and I'll come up with something to make a video about. So thank you all again for coming, and replay crew, thank you for watching. Lurkers, thank you for watching if you've been lurking. And we'll talk everybody soon. Stay fresh and